Hey everyone, today we're going to be checking out some of my favorite new bags in 2025. We're almost at the halfway point of the year and already there's been some really incredible new options on the market, and whether you're planning for an upcoming trip this summer or you just need something for your day-to-day, hopefully this video will give you a good starting point or provide some inspiration on some of the bags that might be good to check out. So really excited to dive in. Before doing so, I want to give a shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Unbound Merino. I'm a huge fan of their travel and everyday clothing. I'm going to talk more about them in a minute. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. The Yeti Ranchero is an interesting mix of Mystery Ranch and Yeti styles. It's got a little bit more of an outdoorsy or functional vibe. It is offered in a 22 and 27 liter size, so great to have some of those options. I used the 22 liter size, which is a great daily carry bag. It was able to hold a good amount, didn't feel overwhelmingly big. And then the materials on this are very rugged, weather resistant. You have the well-protected zippers, and on the exterior you have the removable compression straps, so you do have some flexibility with how you can store items and configure the bag, which is really nice. You can remove these if you want. And then you have the dual external water bottle pockets that have a nice elastic material. You have a nice carrying handle at the top, and on the back you have a comfortable harness system, well padded straps, and they have load lifters even on the 22 liter size. You also have an adjustable and removable sternum strap. On the back you have a good amount of padding here, maybe not quite as breathable as some of the ones that I normally like, but it's well supported. You have a rigid kind of frame sheet here, and then you have this interesting luggage pass-through that you can actually tuck away when you're not using it, but you can attach it so that you can rest your luggage on your suitcase. And this is designed to be self-standing, which I have found that works pretty consistently. I can place the bag down next to me. The layout here is going to be fairly simple. You have a quick access pocket at the top, which is going to offer a nice amount of space, easy to grab when you place the bag down. Here I have my USB-C hub with the related cables. I also have my sunglasses case in there, and then there's a lanyard with a clip for your keys. And beyond that, you have the tri-zip opening, which is going to allow you to use this as a top loading bag, which is cool. So you can just reach in and grab stuff if you want to get to one of your pouches or headphones or something. But for when you need some extra access, you can open it down the middle, and then you have full visibility into the main compartment. And so again, 22 liters of space can hold a good amount. I have Civic Access Pouch 1 liter, a toiletry bag, and my Peak Design packing cube. All of that fit in there comfortably. On the inside, you have a little bit of additional organization, a couple of zippered pockets on the lids to prevent smaller items from falling down. This has been great for tech accessories and things like that. You have some taller slip pockets on the bottom. And then on the back, with the 22 liter size, you have the laptop and tablet sleeves in the main compartment. With the larger version, it's a dedicated compartment, which I think is a little bit better just to make it easier to get to your device, but still nice amount of padding here for your tablet and your laptop. You can drop this in. It feels like it's well protected. And currently I have my 14-inch MacBook Pro in here. Could probably fit a little bit of a larger laptop, but it'll start to feel pretty tight as you kind of load this main area out. So something to keep in mind, but it still gets the job done. And with this layout, I think that the bag is effective, versatile, and if you're looking for a rugged, kind of all-purpose EDC backpack that's going to offer a nice amount of weather resistance, and then this is going to be a really cool option to take a look at. In the same way that the right bag can make a trip or your day-to-day easier, having clothing that's comfortable, durable, and versatile can be a lifesaver. And this is where the sponsor of today's video, Unbound Merino, really shines. I've been a big fan of Unbound Merino's focus on allowing you to create a capsule wardrobe where all the pieces mix and match well together, which is super helpful for packing more minimally. With a pair of pants, shorts, a button-down shirt, and a t-shirt, I'm able to create a wide variety of outfits that'll have me covered, whether I need to dress up a little bit more or I want to be more relaxed and casual. Their clothing is also made using merino wool, which is going to be naturally antimicrobial, which means you can wear it for a longer time without having to wash it. If you wash it, everything is going to dry more quickly. It's also naturally wrinkle resistant, so it's going to be easy to pack away. I also like that the items in their collection are a more kind of timeless aesthetic, so they're never going to go out of style. and they have minimal branding, so they just blend in nicely into any environment. And if you're looking to build out a versatile wardrobe that's gonna work great for travel or your day-to-day, I definitely recommend you check out Unbound Merino. The Alpaka Bravo backpack is another solid addition to the company's lineup of tech and everyday carry bags. This one has a really subdued, minimal appearance with a durable external fabric. It's gonna offer a nice amount of weather resistance. You have well-protected zippers here. It comes in at about 23 liters, so a really great daily bag size. And because of the simpler layout, it's able to hold an impressive amount. And you have dual external water bottle pockets, which is always nice to be able to handle my 20-ounce water bottle comfortably. Great to have one on each side. You have a nice carrying handle at the top. And this is able to stand up pretty consistently, even though the materials aren't super rigid, which was nice to see. On the back, you have a comfortable harness system, well-padded straps here, and then a magnetic buckle. On the sternum strap, you have a really well-padded back panel. I really like how this has been implemented. It's well distributed. You have the breathable mesh, good elevation here. You also have a nice luggage pass-through so that you can rest this on your suitcase. On the back, you have a hidden zippered pocket that's gonna be great for something a little bit more sensitive, but it's spacious enough to even hold an iPad mini, which is really cool. And besides that, you have an admin compartment on the front that offers a good amount of space. I like that this goes down pretty deep, so it'll be able to handle something like a pouch. I have the Civic Access Pouch 1 liter there. I also tossed in my USB-C hub and cables, so that all just kind of falls to the bottom. And then you have a couple of slip pockets, place for stylus, pens. You have enough space in the slip pockets for something like your sunglasses. You have another zippered pocket on the lid, which could also hold sunglasses, so great to have a variety of pockets there. And you have this little lanyard with the magnetic attachment point that you can use for your keys. And then the main compartment is top loading, so it doesn't open fully clamshell, but opens wide enough so that you can access everything when you need to. And you have a zippered pocket on the lid here as well. So again, nice to have a place to grab smaller items without having to dig to the bottom of the bag. And then here I have my toiletry bag and my Peak Design packing cube. On the back, you have a padded laptop sleeve, and you have a soft lining to help prevent against scratching. And I like that this comes up a decent amount, so if you happen to have a thicker laptop or you want to use a case, you can do so. This currently has my 14-inch MacBook Pro, but you can see plenty of leftover space. And this is a little bit pulled up off the bottom of the ground, but you have to be careful because of the structure of this bag, or the lack of structure can sometimes make contact. So you want to be careful when you're putting your laptop in, and then pulling that out. With the compartment empty, you can get a better look here. Pretty simple layout. You also have a zippered pocket here that has a nice mesh that'll be great for storing other small accessories that you want to reach quickly. So really nice, simple, but effective layout. And if you're looking for a minimal tech and EDC bag, that's gonna be a really cool option to take a look at. This canvas EDC backpack from Tom Beckbe has a vintage style that I'm a big fan of. It just has kind of an old school explorer feel, which I think looks really cool. The exterior fabric is very rugged. You have some nice accenting on these zipper pulls, very smooth working zippers. You have this attachment point on the front with the logo, good carrying handle at the top, again with kind of this leather accenting here. And the bag comes in at about 24 to 25 liters, so really versatile size. It's able to hold an impressive amount without feeling overwhelmingly big. And it also doesn't have a super rigid structure, so it'll kind of mold around the items that are on the inside. And on the back, you have well padded straps here that offer a nice amount of padding and breathability, and good padding on the back. You have a luggage pass through, so some of the things that aren't always present on bags that have a more kind of vintage look. And the organizational layout on this has been great. You have these two side compartments that have a nice amount of elasticity and space. They can definitely hold a water bottle, and it kind of keeps it securely in place. But I like that because they have these snap closures, you can use them to store other items as well. And you have some good quick access pockets on the front, more snap closures here. The implementation works really well though. You can snap and loosen them with one hand. The zippered quick access pocket on the front. Then you have an admin kind of section behind that with a good amount of volume. Here I have my charging cables, my USB-C hub. On the inside, you have a couple of slip pockets as well. Then you have a quick access pocket here above that has enough space to hold sunglasses or my AirPods, charging cable. And then you have a spacious top loading main compartment. Currently have a couple of pouches in here, toiletry bag, and my Peak Design compressible packing cube. All of that fits in there easily. And then on the inside here, pretty simple layout. You have a small slip pocket here at the top, and then you have a padded and suspended laptop sleeve on the back. I like that this is properly suspended so you can drop your laptop in there. It's not gonna make contact with the ground. And this can handle my 14-inch MacBook Pro pretty comfortably. You probably fit a 15-incher in here, but you'll have to kind of keep an eye on that since you have this lip. It can get a little trickier to get it in and out, but for mine, it works great. And just really like the layout that's offered in this main area throughout the rest of the bag. And if you're looking for kind of an old school feeling backpack that's still gonna offer a nice amount of organization and comfort, then this is gonna be a really cool option to keep in mind. The Evergoods CTB20 was already one of my favorite bags, but I fell in love with it all over again when the Wax Canvas Edition was released this year. I've always been a fan of the minimal aesthetic of Evergoods' bags, and then combined with the Wax Canvas look, it just feels like a great combination. And I've been using this a ton. Wax Canvas, of course, always develops a nice patina and personality as you use it more and more. And so this is, just a really versatile bag, rugged. And as far as the layout, you have the dual external water bottle pockets. The style on the Wax Canvas bags is a little bit different. You have these magnets here, which is a pretty interesting system. It doesn't provide quite as much elasticity as the nylon versions of the bag, but it still gets the job done for the 20-ounce bottle that I normally like to carry with me. And then that kind of keeps the pockets closer when you're not using them. You have the really nice handles on the side, at the top. I really like the material used on the Wax Canvas versions of these bags. You have an attachment point here, the really cool zipper pulls, and then the Evergoods patch on the front. The 20-liter capacity continues to be really, really useful as an EDC backpack. So it's something that can hold everything that I need for my day-to-day. It doesn't feel overwhelmingly bulky. It can be used as a personal item. So just kind of the type of bag that I can use for any situation. And as far as the harness system, Evergoods' bags have always been comfortable to me. They have a good amount of padding on the straps. With the Wax Canvas Edition, you don't have as much breathability, but that's one of the trade-offs that I accept for the material and the look of the bag. You still have the hydration bladder pass-through, the sternum strap, you have a well-padded back panel, and then a nice luggage pass-through so that you can rest this on your suitcase while you're traveling. And the organizational layout is one of my all-time favorites, as I always mention when I talk about the CTB lineup. You have the excellent quick access pocket on the front here. Plenty of volume for so many different items, pouches, or bulkier accessories. Here I have my USB-C hub with my charging cables, but plenty of leftover space. You have a quick access pocket at the top. Again, just perfect for sunglasses, for AirPods. That's what I typically have in there. And then on the front, you have an admin style compartment. And the orientation here makes it so that you can access it while this is on your luggage or while you're carrying it by the side handle. Enough space for a tablet or maybe even some pouches. You have your own dedicated volume, lanyard with a clip, and then you have a zippered pocket, a couple of slip pockets on the inside. You have the dedicated laptop compartment, padded, suspended. You'll be able to handle a 15 or 16-inch laptop. Here I have my 14-inch MacBook Pro. Slides in and out very easily, and you still have leftover space in this compartment. And then taking a look at the main area, clamshell style opening, so very easy to just kind of pack this out. I have just a couple of pouches that I threw in, a dop kit. I have the Evergoods Civic Access pouch, 1 liter here, and then a Peak Design packing cube. On the back you have an elastic slip pocket, and then on the lid you have the additional zippered pockets. Good amount of volume here again for other pouches, other clothing items, and then the zippered pocket at the top with some internal organization and a nice amount of space. So this is a layout that I keep coming back to and talking about a lot on the channel because it's just super functional, very easy to use, and if you're looking for a stylish and rugged EDC bag, then this is going to be one of my top recommendations. The Torch backpack from Unit 1 Gear has been one of the biggest surprises of the year for me. I like the techie and commuter focused aesthetic. It's got rugged materials on the exterior. It comes in at about 22 liters, so it's a great daily carry friendly size. And then you have a lot of functionality on the exterior. External water bottle pocket that can hold my 20-ounce water bottle. Unit 1 also has their own style of water bottle that works very well. It's got a little magnetic closure here to keep the compartment close to the bag when it's not in use. You have a good carrying handle at the top. And one of the most unique aspects about this bag is at the bottom here, you have the ability to add in a light that will make you much more visible while you're riding your bike in the evening. And so you can attach this. It's a magnetic system, which works very well. This is a rechargeable light, and there's a bunch of different accessories that Unit 1 has for these to attach it to your bike in addition to your backpack. But you know, it's a very cool accessory. There's an app to go with it. You can actually control the signal. So if you're riding and you want to indicate that you're turning, and if you don't want to use it, this is sold separately from the bag. You can just use the bag on its own, and you can leave that in there. So that's just a nice bonus in addition to the really functional bag. And then on the harness front, this has been super comfortable to wear. I really like how much padding has been incorporated into the straps. And then the back panel also has very robust padding, well distributed, good bit of elevation here. And the organizational layout on this has been very useful. You have a quick access pocket here on this lid that offers a nice amount of space for something like sunglasses. And then you have a quick access pocket on the side here, where I'm currently storing my USB-C hub, a couple of cables. So it's got a good amount of space, easy to get to. On the other side, more quick access pockets. This one has some internal organization here, a couple of slip pockets, a spot for your pen, stylus, and a good amount of space just in general. Below that, you have another compartment that actually has a little lanyard for your keys. And I like that this is kind of an elastic material here, so you can stretch it, and you have a carabiner. On the bottom, you have a dedicated compartment that you can use to store either a smaller pair of shoes or flip-flops, or you can use it to just separate out dirty and wet clothes. And so I'm always a fan of that feature. On the back, you have a pretty robust tech area. And so this opens flat, and you have a dedicated tablet and laptop sleeve. Buckle system here with magnets to kind of help separate the compartments out. And so well padded tablet sleeve here. I have my iPad mini that fits in there comfortably, and then I also have my MacBook in here. I like the padding and the material that's offered on the back. It's a little bit softer and plenty of space there for my device. On the other side, you have some additional organization. So some nice slip pockets here, another spot for a pen, a stylus, and then you have this modular tech pouch, which is really useful. So you can remove it, and then you have, you know, all of your stuff next to you in an easy to kind of organized package, a couple of slip pockets, elastic bands. I like the layout of that pouch quite a bit, and you have one additional pocket behind that. And moving into kind of the main storage area, you have this buckle system here that will allow you to kind of tighten this down. Suppose you could also maybe put a jacket there or something. This isn't a top loading bag per se in the traditional sense. You still have an additional zipper here to give you some additional protection from the elements. You have another pocket underneath that lid, and this one has a soft lining on the inside, so a good spot for maybe some sunglasses or your phone. And then you have the main storage area, which isn't a clamshell opening. It's got this sort of 3/4 opening here, which still gives you a nice bit of visibility. I have my toiletry bag in here, Peak Design Cube, and both of those fit in there on the inside. Pretty simple layout. You can see that the shoe compartment kind of pokes in, and then you have a small zippered pocket here at the top, which I've actually used to store the bike light when I'm not using it. So lots of functionality in this one, very unique sort of layout and style. And if you're looking for a commuter friendly bag that's going to offer, you know, a lot of unique tech features, and this is going to be a really cool option to take a look at. The Aer City Pack Pro 2 has quickly become one of my go-to bags for pretty much any situation. The modern styling that it offers allows it to blend in well into an office setting. It's going to be great for exploring, great for traveling. It's got very rugged materials, ballistic nylon exterior, YKK zippers. The 24-liter capacity is very versatile. I can use this for my day-to-day without it feeling too big. It can be a personal item on a flight. It can even work for minimal travel. And then the layout is super useful. You have dual external water bottle pockets, great handles on the sides, at the top. And the harness system on this is going to be one of the most comfortable, really nice padding on the straps. On the back panel, you have a luggage pass-through that will allow this to rest on your suitcase. And then you have a really great pocket layout, quick access pockets on the front to be able to, you know, quickly grab your stuff while you're on the go. On the top, you have one that's going to be great for smaller items, an admin compartment with plenty of space, even for something a little bit larger here, some internal organization, slip pockets. You have a dedicated laptop compartment that is padded, suspended. It's gonna be able to handle a 15 or 16-inch laptop. You can drop it in very easily, and you have a soft lining on the back. And for the main compartment, you have a clamshell style compartment, which is gonna make it very easy to organize your stuff. It can handle packing cubes, it can handle my typical modular setups with pouches. And so it gives you a lot of flexibility with what you can carry, a couple of zippered pockets on the lid. So this is just a layout that I've come to love over the time that I've been testing this out. And if you're looking for a modern bag that can kind of do it all, then this is gonna be one of the best options to take a look at. The Voyager Pro from Western Rise offers a sleek and modern aesthetic. At 25 liters, it's meant to work well as a daily bag and as a personal item. It's got a pretty slim form factor and it can hold a pretty good amount. You have rugged exterior materials that are gonna offer a nice amount of weather resistant, well-protected zippers. You have some interesting handles on the sides. They're a little bit on the thinner side, but still nice to have a couple of different ways that you can maneuver the bag around, a couple of attachment points. And then you have a comfortable harness system, well padded straps, good width. You have sternum strap here, good padding along the back, well distributed. And then you have a luggage pass-through as well as a waist strap that you can remove. It's got a nice magnetic buckle system to make it quick and easy to get that waist belt off if you don't want to use it. I normally don't with a bag of this size. And then you have a couple of quick access pockets on the side. And so one of these can work as a water bottle holder. When the bag isn't completely packed out, it does offer enough space for a 20-ounce water bottle here on the side. And then on the other side, you actually have a compartment that allows you to access the main area so that you don't have to open the bag all the way up. And at the top, you have a really great quick access pocket with a soft lining on the inside, enough space for something like your sunglasses. There's also a little modular keychain accessory here with the magnetic separator. And so nice to have that included with the bag. And then you have a larger admin section on the front. The zipper goes down a good amount. And then you have enough space here to rest a couple of pouches, toiletry bag, cap one, and that goes all the way down. You have a zippered pocket at the top. And then a really spacious quick access pocket here, which is meant to pair with Western Rise's sling or tech kit, I believe. It'll fit in here, so it actually comes in a good amount. I have my USB-C hub in there at the moment. Another slip pocket here on the lid. And then on the back, you have an additional compartment with extra space as well as a tablet and laptop sleeve. And so in this compartment at the moment, I have my Peak Design Cube, which is a little bit of a tighter fit, just given that the bag is slightly more narrow. So it does have kind of a sleeker profile, but that's something that you'll have to keep in mind depending on what you're packing. And then you have a zippered compartment at the top. So again, a good spot to get some of those smaller items and prevent them from getting lost in the bottom of the bag. And then you have a tablet sleeve here that can hold a full-size tablet. Currently I have my iPad mini in there, and a laptop sleeve that's a little more padded on the back. And this is suspended off the bottom of the ground. You can reach down, grab your device pretty quickly. So overall, pretty cool layout. It's gonna offer a little bit of a different organizational style than some of the other bags. But if you're looking for something sleek, modern, and travel friendly, then this is gonna be a really cool option to take a look at. Although I talk about a lot of minimal backpacks, sometimes it's nice to have the functionality and the flexibility that a more tactical bag can provide. Here I have the Vertx Siege Pack, which I've really enjoyed using. It does have a more kind of technical aesthetic. You have the laser cut MOLLE on the front, compression straps, but it has worked well for all sorts of use cases. It comes in at about 25 liters, so it's a great daily bag size, but it gives you a little bit of extra space for longer days. If you want to use it for minimal travel, you have the 330D nylon that feels like it's going to offer a nice amount of durability, but it's fairly lightweight and it'll mold around the items that are on the inside. On the exterior, you have the dual external water bottle pockets that offer a nice amount of elasticity and space, so they can hold a variety of sized water bottles. On the front, you have this webbing that you can configure with other accessories and clip-on accessories, EDC tools. You have the patch on the front so that you can customize the bag. You have compression straps, more attachment points, and I really like this pocket on the front, which is designed to hold bulkier accessories. It's an expandable compartment, so you can put shoes in here, you can put a helmet, and then at the top, you have a nice carrying handle. The harness system on this one has been very comfortable, plenty of padding on the straps, lots of breathability. And then you have the pockets that are gonna be great for holding something like a phone, a portable battery. You have very robust padding on the back panel. Again, breathable, comfortable, and you also have a good bit of elevation to provide you with plenty of airflow while you're walking around. And then you have a quick access pocket at the top. I really like the amount of space that's provided here. It also has a soft lining on the inside, perfect for sunglasses and other quick grab items. And on the front, you have a quick access pocket that can also work as an EDC pocket. If you do off-body carry, you can pair it with a variety of accessories that Vertx sells. You have the soft lining on the back here. I just use this as a quick access pocket for one of my pouches. And then in the main compartment, you have a couple of different access points. You can pull the zipper up from the bottom if you want to get to something that's in the bottom of the bag more quickly. But it also has the ability to open clamshell. You can lock this main area as well. And so you have plenty of visibility. This is what makes it great for travel as well. And at the moment, same loadout here with the Civic Access Pouch, 1 liter, my toiletry bag, and then I have my Peak Design packing cube. All of that fit in there. It still felt like there was leftover space, and then you have a good bit of organization here. Zippered pocket on the lid. I have my USB-C hub, and then you have a padded tablet and laptop sleeve on the back. And so here I have an iPad mini and my MacBook Pro. Fits in here comfortably, 14 inches. This is pulled up a little bit, and so very, pretty quick to get your device in and out. You also have the ability to pair this with a hydration bladder, and then more kind of soft lining here to pair with other accessories. And on the lid, you have a couple of loops that you can use to store additional gear, flashlights, multi-tools, pocket knives. You have a couple of slots for a pen, stylus, and then another zippered pocket that has a little lanyard for your keys. So a nice functional layout here. This provides plenty of flexibility. And if you're looking for a more tactical option that's gonna be very comfortable and provide you a lot of different ways that you can customize the bag, and this is gonna be a really cool option to take a look at. The Bellroy Transit Travel Pack Pro is one of the latest additions to the company's growing lineup of versatile travel bags. It has a minimal and sleek aesthetic that reminds me of their Transit Work Pack series, and so it's gonna blend into a lot of environments very nicely. On the exterior, you have some great handles, one on the side, one at the top, so you can carry it in a variety of ways. And this is an expandable option, so when it's compressed down, it comes in at about 30 liters, and then it can go up to 38 liters. So a really great one bag travel size that you'll still be able to carry on, store in an overhead storage compartment. And then the harness system on this one has been one of my favorites in Bellroy's lineup. Really well padded straps here. They have a nice amount of breathability. And then you have the adjustable sternum strap with the magnetic buckle. On the back, you have really nice padding that's well distributed all throughout. Again, same breathable material, good elevation here. You also have a luggage pass-through so that you can rest this on a suitcase while you're traveling. I like the vertical orientation here. And then the layout on this offers a good amount of organization. On the outside, on one side, you have a zippered pocket that is meant to work as a water bottle pocket. So here I have my 20-ounce water bottle. It does fit in there, but because of the zipper, you can also use this to store other items, which is really nice. And then you have an admin style compartment on the front that goes down a decent amount. So you can use this to store something like pouches, jackets, toiletries. And then you have some internal organization here, a couple of slip pockets where I have my USB-C hub, little lanyard with a clip. On the other pocket, you have some slots for a pen, a stylus, and then a zippered pocket on the lid that can hold your sunglasses. And on the back, you have a dedicated laptop and tech area. So this sleeve is padded, it's well suspended, very easy to get your device in and out of the compartment. And you have a tech area here on the front that you can use to store cables, chargers, mice. You have a zippered RFID protected pocket for a passport or something a little bit more sensitive. And then if you want to expand the main compartment, you have a zipper that goes all the way around to give you that 38 liters of capacity. You have a suitcase style opening, which is gonna make it great for packing. Here in the main area, I have my Peak Design packing cube, a toiletry bag, and on the inside, you can see that there is a compression strap with this magnetic buckle here to secure your items. You also have the hidden air tag pocket on this label here. And on the lid, you have some good organization built in here with plenty of volume. So a taller compartment here, and then another quick access pocket above that. I like the mesh that's been used here so you can see what's inside. And so, just a really versatile layout for travel. And if you're looking for a sleek, minimal bag that is gonna have the ability to expand and compress, and this is gonna be a really cool option to consider. Matador has a couple of really great travel bags, and although I still think that their Seg series is the most unique, I was very impressed with the 35-liter GlobeRider that was released this year. The aesthetic is a little bit more technical, as tends to be the case with Matador's bags, but I think that it works well for traveling. And then you have really nice weather-resistant materials. I like that they mold around the items that are on the inside. You have the well-protected zippers. I really like these zipper pulls that I've included here. And you have a couple of handles along the exterior that'll make it very easy to maneuver the bag, load it into an overhead storage compartment, into a trunk. You have compression straps along the side so you can tighten everything down, particularly if the bag isn't as full. And you have an external water bottle pocket that's gonna offer a nice amount of capacity, so it'll easily handle my 20-ounce water bottle. It can handle my 26-ounce bottle. And then I really like the style of the compression straps, very easy to pull these together. And then the 35-liter capacity works great for one bag travel. This is able to hold all the items that I would normally have with me for a 1 to 2 week trip. And I like that because of the materials and the silhouette, even when it's a little bit more packed out, it never feels overwhelmingly bulky. Definitely something I would be comfortable carrying onto a variety of domestic and international airlines and be able to store in the overhead storage compartment comfortably. And the harness system on this one is pretty robust. It's been very comfortable to wear, plenty of padding here. You have a nice kind of breathable material on the inside, good width on the straps. You also have the load lifters for the people that like to have those for that additional ability to kind of tweak how the bag sits on your shoulders. You have good sternum strap and a well padded and integrated waist belt. So this will be great for taking some of the weight off your shoulders. You can actually either hide this away or remove it, which is great to see. You also have the ability to stow the shoulder straps away. You have a luggage pass through, a hidden compartment behind these as well to store something a little bit more sensitive. And then the organizational layout on this is super effective. On the front, you have an elastic, large slip pocket. I love having these to just toss in an extra pair of shoes, a jacket, and you have a good quick access pocket at the top. Plenty of space here. You also have a soft lining on the inside. I have my sunglasses in there at the moment. And then on the front, you have a great kind of admin compartment with a good amount of volume. So you could actually put a pouch, packable jacket here, liquids bag very easily. Here I just have my USB-C hub resting there. You also have some organization here for smaller items that you want to be able to reach quickly. This is also where I will normally store the things that I'm taking out of my pockets while going through TSA. And then for the main compartment, you have a dual access area. And so you can open it up from the top if you want to grab something without having to open it all the way up. This also provides access to the padded and suspended laptop sleeve. You have a good kind of magnetic system here to make it easy to open this up, grab your laptop when you need to, and you can also, reach in and grab some of your pouches and jacket. Also have the ability to reach some of these zippered pockets here from the top. But if you're packing the bag out, or you just want to see things a little bit more easily, you do have the ability to open this up more fully. And then you have kind of a standard travel bag layout here. So 35 liters of capacity, could easily hold my normal packing cube setup. Here I have a toiletry bag, the Evergoods pouch, my Peak Design pouch. You can get a better look at the inside here, the laptop sleeve on the back. And then on the lid, you have a couple of additional zippered mesh pockets that have a good bit of capacity. So you can use these for other pouches, smaller clothing items. You have a couple of larger ones here, and then the small ones at the top that I was showing a little bit earlier. So really effective layout. And if you're in the market for a one bag travel option that's gonna be a little bit more kind of a technical feeling, then this is gonna be a fantastic option to consider. Although I haven't talked about it quite as much lately, the M38 from Minimul is one of the most exciting new travel bags. This was designed to be kind of the ultimate one bag travel option for digital nomads. It has a modern, minimal appearance, as the name implies. Really solid materials. This is definitely something that you'll be able to toss around without having any issues whatsoever. YKK zippers. You have nice handles on the side, one at the top. I really like the magnetic system that was incorporated here to just keep the handle close by. And then you have a spacious water bottle pocket. And I really like the clean appearance. At 38 liters, this is gonna be able to handle all the items that I would normally have with me for a couple of weeks of travel. It's pretty spacious, but because of the materials and the silhouette, it never feels overwhelmingly bulky. Still something that I could use for walking around or carrying onto pretty much any domestic or international airline. And I'm a big fan of the harness system that was used here. The padding on the straps feels fantastic. You have a nice amount of breathability and a good width on the straps, magnetic sternum strap. And then you have really good padding on the back. I've been a huge fan of how this feels. Even when it's loaded out, you can wear it comfortably without any issues. And then you have a good luggage pass through here, so you can rest this on your suitcase if you have an extra piece of luggage. And the layout is, really effective. Quick access pocket on the front is huge. I really like how much space is provided here. Whether you're using it for pouches or other accessories, this is meant to be able to handle some over-ear headphones. I have my sunglasses just kind of tossed in there. The Evergoods Civic Access pouch is swallowed up by the compartment, and then you have some good internal organization, a padded sleeve for a tablet or an e-reader, which I'm grabbing regularly, a couple of slip pockets on the inside, a clip for your keys, and then you have a dedicated tech area on the back, and this does open up flat. And you have really well padded and properly suspended laptop compartment in here. You do have a tablet sleeve, but I tend to store mine on the front. And then I really like the implementation on this sleeve. Really nice amount of padding. You can drop your laptop in there comfortably. On the other side, you have a lot of organization for your tech. This layout won't be for everybody, but if you're somebody who likes to carry a lot of tech gear, or you want everything to kind of have its own place, you have a spot for your keyboard here, a couple of different slip pockets, elastic bands, and slip pockets for cables and other accessories. Here I have a USB-C cable and the cable to go with my USB hub. All of that gets stored in there, a couple of slots for pen. You have another compartment here, maybe for a larger portable battery. So lots of different options, and you don't have to use them if you don't want to. And then you have a lockable main area with a suitcase style opening, and then a nice open layout. This will definitely be able to handle my typical packing cube setup. At the moment, I just have my toiletry bag, as I've been showing throughout this video, and my Peak Design cube, but would easily be able to handle a few more packing cubes. And Minimul actually released their own set of packing cubes that works well. And they also have a packable tote bag that was designed that you can, kind of tuck into one of these pockets here. Beyond that, you have a couple of zippered mesh pockets. You have the compression strap here that has another compartment. And then on the lid, you have an additional pocket that is meant to pair with the toiletry bag or tech kit, however you want to use it, that Minimul designed, which is actually a really useful accessory. I really like the layout here, super cool. And then whether you're using this one or another toiletry bag, it'll fit in there comfortably. So, keeping things pretty simple in this main area, but I like that allows you to store more stuff. It helps manage the weight of the bag. And if you're looking for a spacious one bag travel option that's going to prioritize comfort and is going to offer, a really cool style, and this is going to be a really great option to take a look at. And so that's it. Those are some of my favorite bags in 2025 so far. Hopefully this video was helpful, and if you have any questions on the items that I featured in the video or suggestions for similar bags that I should check out, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I'll make sure to include links in the description below to the dedicated reviews that I've done for the bags that I talked about in this video, as well as to some of the other roundup videos that I've done where I've shared my favorite personal item bags, some of my favorite one bag travel options, my favorite expandable backpacks, tech bags. And if you have ideas for other roundup videos that you'd like to see, definitely let me know about those as well. And I want to thank Unbound Merino again for sponsoring this video. Make sure to check out the links that I've included in the description to see some of my favorites from their collection. And I want to thank you for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.